And another little trick we've seen as well is, let's say that part there can't work right now. Let's say the bank or banks which are basically looking to do this kind of shut out of the market. We've actually got the non-bank market is relaxed. So what we've seen change is, in my opinion, the banking market has got over-regulated. And so now what we're seeing is the banks are providing the non-banks with capital and the non-banks getting around the rules to an extent that way. So what you've got is we're getting an increasing amount of non-bank lenders come into the market. They are predominantly funded by the banks directly, but they can do things the banks can't. What had happened for a large amount of years is that those non-banks which were bank funded had to abide by things like the LVR rules. So if a bank had a LVR set at 70, the non-bank was set at 70. I was at the cricket, must be roughly around this time last year in Hamilton, and one of the non-bank guys came up to me and he said, KP, I've actually kind of had some feedback from the Reserve Bank and stuff that they're looking at the non-bank market and they're not too concerned about it. And so they were happy to relax it, and so we're going to be able to go outside those bank rules on the LVR side, even though we're being funded through the banks. So we've started to see situations where the non-banks have been able to push up higher on the LVR side. We've actually got one non-bank going all the way up to 90% on existing investment properties. You're paying more for it, but we've got kind of different options there. And one little trick is as well is there's another exemption, shall we call it, in the rules, which basically means even if you're sitting outside the loan to value rules, you can basically go and do what's known as a dollar for dollar refinance, where you can go from one lender to another as long as you're not borrowing one more dollar. So we've had some success where we've basically had clients who might have been at a non-bank lender at, let's call it 80%, and then they've been able to refinance across to a bank lender because they're not borrowing anything more, if that makes sense. So there's little kind of ways that you can kind of play the game there as well, even if you can't make that first option work. We're always going to try and bank fund work as a first option, but if we can't bank fund, there's non-bank solutions where you can kind of end up with a good option to make a deal work as well.
Great.